You're back with another one. This time we got top 10 most anticipated anime of 2022 and beyond. And this is by VinnyTube, the goats of the, well, not my goat, but the goats of the YouTube top 10 anime list community. My goat is top 10 anime because I really mess with the intro that. All right, my fault. Let's go. Let's get to it. Make sure y'all like the
Blink of an
video,
eye,
comment,
we're
subscribe. Let's
winding
go.
down on 2021. It's been a year of ups and downs, and I'd like to know how your year's been
Yes, I
so
know the
far.
static
I'd be
is still
very
here.
happy if you had a good
I don't know how to
2021,
fix
and
it
it's
for
once
now.
again time to look towards the
I'll be
future.
trying.
2022 is on the horizon, and along with it are lots of anime titles to be excited about. Mostly sequels and follow-up titles.
I'm definitely gonna
We
do a
also have
top 10
handful
anime
of
video
strong
after
contenders
this.
coming our way, which affirms the
Like,
age-old
I
saying that
promise
the
you.
best is yet to come. Come with me
I
as we
gotta
take
hear
a
that intro
glimpse
now.
into what's to come, and let me give you a preview of some of the shows that I've been seeing people get very excited about. Let's kick things off with Blue Lock.
世界一のエゴイストでなければ世界一のストライカーにはなれない
Okay, I know what you're gonna say. Another sports anime, right? Surely it's one with friendship lessons, superpowers, and a not so surprising number of boys' friendship. Well, one look at the poster should break those illusions of yours. This isn't your everyday shonen fare, where it's a prospective blockbuster that aims to combine the sports and psychological genres. That's not to say that there won't be any football playing here. There will be, lots of it, but just not in the traditional sense. After all, the prison-like facility in Blue Lock aims to find Japan's national team striker. When the biggest egos all over Japan are pitted against each other, only the strongest national team striker. When the biggest
He crazy as hell. He crazy. He crazier than him. He look happy crazy. He look deranged. He look just like, I don't know. He just look kind of crazy. He might not be crazy. He just have that crazy face. He chilling. He just look excited to be there. No, this dude look deranged. Like he's gonna hurt somebody. He just looks like I can hurt somebody, but I'm not trying to. And everyone else just really chill. I mean, he looks stressed out, but everyone else just really chill. Like, bro, these two and they're twins too. That's scary. You don't know which one you facing. Like, you might get your leg broken by him, or you might get your ribs cracked by him, but you really don't know which one did it. So you gonna try the other one, and the other one gonna break the other side of you. Like, and then they gonna double team you. You gonna get messed up. I'm
egos all
not.
over Japan are pitted against each other, only the strongest
Also, one last thing.
Japan's
Why
national
is this
team
main
striker.
character?
When the
Yeah,
biggest
I'm assuming
egos all
that's the
over
main character right here. Why he look like Ichigo? And why does like look like Shanks without the scar? Okay, I had to see if anyone else looked like anyone else. He kind of looked like Gin though, don't he? From Bleach. You got Gin, you got Ichigo, you got Shanks, you got like I don't know who he looked like, but honestly, yeah,
Japan are pitted
these
against
two are
each
kind of
other,
cool characters. I
only
kind
the
of want to watch this
strongest
just
will
because of that.
survive. Blue Lock's cool as a sports anime, and it delves more into the egotistical side of sport. Like it or not, a lot of people are selfish, and this is a title that aims to display the ugly side of humanity in their desire to achieve a goal. The characters are just as interesting as well, and while I think the theme of grey morality isn't so rare these days, it's not all the time that you see it in a sports series. This is not your Haikyuu or Kuroko for football.
俺はこのブルーロックで生まれ変わる世界一のストライカーになるのは俺だ
Next is My Hero Academia's 6th season.
I'm hyped. I haven't finished watching My Hero, bruh.
6 seasons? Man, I just blinked and this thing had 5 sequels already. Time flies, doesn't it? And we've come so far from the upstart superhero title that looked to make waves way back in 2016.
Okay, first of all, we've been waiting a long ass time. Don't say time flies. We waited a long ass time for season 5. All right, we've been waiting. I promise you, it's not time has not flied.
Combining an inspiring
Flew.
story, very
Flown.
creative powers, and a large cast of memorable characters, My Hero Academia has exceeded my expectations in pretty much every metric possible. It's not a surprise that this has become the face of shonen anime in the late 2010s, and it doesn't look to be letting up anytime soon. Things started to heat up further this last season with the much-beloved League of Villains arc, but don't blink, because we're going to have all-out war on our hands in the 6th season. It's time for the showdown of the century, as we're set to see all heroes taking on or villains in a battle that will decide the fate of Japan. A lot of people are excited, and rightfully so. This is one of the biggest and most hyped arcs in the manga so far, and you better bring your tissues because things are going to get real very soon. No official date's been announced at the time of writing, but all signs point to a 2022 release, likely somewhere in the summer.
Is this what it felt like for people who were watching like Naruto when it first came out?
Next is Kaguya-sama Season 3.
Because I watched the original like airing of the first Naruto, but then I didn't know what Shippuden was. After like Sasuke left, I was just like, all right, I guess the show's done. That's a really weird way to end the show. I didn't even know it was filler. I just stopped watching because the episodes got trash. I was like, bro, what is like go after Sasuke, and then I just stopped. I was just like, whatever, bro. I don't even like Sasuke's just gone. The show's it's whatever. I didn't know about all this other stuff. But people who were watching Shippuden, like waiting for a while for Shippuden to drop and like stuff like that. Was this what it was like? Because I wasn't doing it.
Kaguya-sama is being critically acclaimed as one of the best modern rom-coms, but its longevity partially surprised me. Just partially, in a sense that with its popularity, it would be strange to have it just end quickly. Well, fans can rejoice as we can be seeing more of our favorite super geniuses who are hopelessly lost in their battle of love. Who knew that a game of love with overblown antics in a bid to make someone confess could be so entertaining? Fun and entertaining enough to get us 2 seasons and leave the fans wanting more. Kaguya-sama's main selling point is no doubt its premise and the creativity of the jokes and scenarios that you can find in its episodes. Thanks to the energetic atmosphere in the animation and directing, there's never a dull moment in Kaguya-sama, and if the previous 2 seasons are any indication, you can expect more of the same in the 3rd season too. What also differentiates it from other rom-coms is how strong the supporting cast is. The supporting characters all have their own characterizations, and I dare say that some of them have even outshone the main duo in terms of fan excitement. Kaguya-sama fans and new watchers alike are welcome to join in the fun as the 3rd season of the hit rom-com hits the airwaves sooner than later.
かぐや様は告らせたいウルトラロマンティック2022年4月より放送開
Probably
始
not gonna watch that. I don't really like romance like that.
I've been waiting for this one. Can't believe that it's been over 2 years since the last season, but Mob Psycho is coming back. I've always loved Mob Psycho as a show that, for me, dazzles our eyes with a visual masterpiece while wrapping it around a very intriguing story that has a lot of depth to it. While I wouldn't be in a rush to coronate the first 2 seasons of Mob Psycho as anime of the year, they are surely somehow in the top tiers of shows then, and you should really treat yourself by watching them. Speaking of treats, we fans have one in the announcement of the 3rd season just recently. Mob Psycho is returning for possibly the grand finale, and I can already feel the hype as early as now.
I thought it was
But
over.
better not mess this one up. If the previous seasons were any indication, this one will yet again be another sight to see. While no announcements on the air date have been shown yet, I fully expect this to air sometime this 2020, and it will no doubt steal the spotlight. The anticipation is killing me, and I'm sure that it does for all you fans as well. The Devil is a Part-Timer will finally have its 2nd season. and it's number 6 on our
Yeah.
list.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting.
Huzzah, the meme is finally dead. After almost
I've
a
been waiting.
decade of clamoring, reverse isekai hit Devil is a Part-Timer will at least get a continuation in anime form. Back in its day, people were captivated by this story of enemies turned friends slash lovers featuring Entei Isla's greatest hero and demon lord. It's a fun adventure that captures what people just love about these enemies into lover stories, along with a slew of charismatic and charming characters. It's reverse isekai at its finest, and if you haven't seen the 1st season, you should definitely do it now. I just find it pretty strange that they've decided to greenlight this after the controversial ending of the light novel that fans would have probably heard of by now. Still, more anime is always good, and I've wanted to see Sadao, Emi, and Chiho back in anime form after so long, complete with a new art style to boot too. Stay strong, no game, no life, and classroom of the elite fans. If Index and Devil is a Part-Timer can do it, surely you can too, I hope. No release date yet, but you should expect this title to come out within a year or so. At the halfway mark now,
better.
we have
It
Shield
better.
Hero's 2nd season.
Probably watch Shield Hero too. So many isekai. There was that period where everything had like every isekai had that time. That was a dark period of isekai. That was the title of every isekai. I was just like, bro, I did not want to watch any isekai because of that. It seems like the only ones that survived were Slime, and that's it, honestly, because you don't hear about realist hero. You don't hear about dungeon chick pick upper. Like those were just short, quick ones. Like the only ones that really kept going were slime. Dedakun
Favorite
or
edgelord
something like that. I
hero
forgot
is
how
back.
it's said. It's just
Wait,
slime.
this isn't Arifureta?
Time I got
Well,
reincarnated,
that one
it's
will
just
have a
slime.
much anticipated sequel coming this 2022 as well, hopefully with better animation. But I think that way more people are excited for the second season of Rising of the Shield Hero. Now, Fumi and gang are back at it again in their quest to save the world as the ragtag team of underdogs, and their quest now takes them into direct conflict with the rampaging Spirit Tortoise and the mastermind behind the rampaging beast. The trailer hasn't shown us much, but if they're really sticking with the novel continuity, let me just say that this upcoming arc is a blast. We'll see a lot of action and aid to come in the form of the strongest unlikely allies we've seen so far. Something to keep you guys excited as I am. They surely like to
Powerful.
keep us waiting for this one, don't they? Delay after delay, but it looks like we'll finally be getting it spring 22. I just can't wait. Let's hope the adaptation will be as good as the first season.
You know what's crazy? In the world of anime, delays are actually beneficial to the product. But in the world of video games, delays are actually detrimental. Like how many times you seen a delay on an anime and it comes out trash? Like it's very rare. But if you see a video game get delayed, it's like, bro, this this game about to be trash. This game not going to work right. It's going to be Cyberpunk or it's going to be Duke Nukem Forever. It's you're going to get that kind of game. Ooh!
Just a month or so ago, I made my rundown on what I think are the best action shows we got in the past decade. I did it in per year format, and if you've watched it, make sure you do check it out, by the way. You'll remember that I
pretty sure I
penned
already watched it.
Vinland
Probably
Saga
reacted
as my
to it.
best show in 2019. I still stand by that, and I think that a sizable portion of you agree. That's
Eventually.
why it's my pleasure to have you join the hype train for the next season of Vinland Saga. We've yet to see an official announcement for the release date for the sequel, but I can see that the excitement is off the charts. Vinland Saga in its first season has been a breath of fresh air in the world of anime with its gritty atmosphere, a surprisingly realistic and educational backdrop, and some of the best character writing I've seen for a seinen title. With what I've read of the manga, Vinland Saga Season 2 will have a huge shift in tone. In exchange for the fighting, things should turn more grounded and focused on character development while we set up for one of the best manga arcs by far. Here's to hoping that Season 2 will be able to deliver the same quality, and it's up to the anime studio to make sure that happens. There's no official announcement on who will be animating this time round, but I'll be keeping my fingers crossed for Wit to take up the mantle once again. Next we have Chainsaw Man. Oh man, I remember when this was announced.
Okay, sorry. I was thinking about it. I don't know where Vinland Saga is going to progress. Like, before I saw the last episode, I was like, okay, it's going to be about... We're still going to be, like, Thorfinn's going to be on the side of Canute or whatever. But now, and, like... Or, like, there's going to be two different stories. Thorfinn's going to be back home, and then, like, he's going to have a reason to come back out and help Canute or whatever, because Canute's brother's going to try to blah, blah, blah. No, now I think because Canute killed Askeladd, sorry if I spoiled that shit all the way, my fault. Since Canute did that thing he did, Thorfinn's gonna want revenge on Canute because he took his revenge. So, yeah, so he's gonna help Canute's brother get the crown. But like, is that really the thing to do, the right thing to do, or is he just gonna be, that guy to be, a monster? My fault. I'm waiting for a PS5 to show up. I gotta check, see who's outside, because I need to sign for that. Nobody. Cool.
Everyone couldn't stop talking about it, and it's not hard to see why. Just look at this poster and say that it doesn't catch your attention. In addition, it's not every day you see a dark action story from Shonen Jump of all things, one that blows up like this one has. Non-stop action, brutal fights, a very intense story and profound themes. Chainsaw Man is what you get if you decide to take a Shonen Jump series and turn the maturity filter all the way up. Oh, and add in a lot of subversions too. I've read the manga, and I can say that it's truly an exhilarating ride that just refuses to let go.
Is that a
will
tongue?
translate well into
Or a
anime
finger?
or not is anyone's guess, but I've got full confidence that this show
Yeah,
will be
she's
a
eating.
strong contender for anime of the season whenever it decides to debut. I'm fully on board with the hype for Chainsaw Man, and you should be too. I don't know if saying expect the unexpected would be too trite, but it does perfectly fit with this series.
No, it should look lit. I'm gonna be honest. I gotta watch this.
It's been a long time coming for number 2 on the list, Bleach Thousand Year Blood War.
Oh my gosh, bro! I forgot about this again. I
Longtime
need
fans
this.
of shonen anime have been waiting for this. Not too long ago, we got the confirmation that the final arc of the thrilling series will be getting adapted. Bleach has been a cornerstone of the 2000s in anime, and the fans have been salivating to see this final act in anime form. Stronger enemies than before, higher stakes than before, more intense battles,
I would
and
assume.
mind-blowing Bankai reveals. That's what you expect from the Thousand Year Blood War arc. But will its anime adaptation be the one that will revive the same fervor in the new decade? We don't have a release date for this one as yet, but I'm personally predicting a 2022 release, probably somewhere in the middle of the year. Let's hope that they properly adapt the arc this time. After all, Shaman King's remake, due to episode constraints, leaves a lot to be desired in terms of adaptation. Let's hope that Bleach doesn't fall into that same curse as its 2000 supernatural shonen brother.
It better not, bro. They better give it
And
as
guess
much
what's
justice as
number one?
possible. Oh, it's here.
Attack on Titan.
It's here. I'll be back. Woo!
Titan's final.
Your boy secured a PS5. Yeah. Yep. Alright, back to the video.
Season.
I need to see this.
Is it even a
Bro, I
surprise
need
to
to see
see
this.
Attack on Titan's grand finale on top of this list? It is the anime that shaped much of the landscape in the past decade and brought in a large wave of fans. It still feels surreal talking about this. After nearly a decade, we finally come to the conclusion of the journey that gave us a whole range of emotions. From the terrors of the early season to the joy of triumph and the glory of salvation, it's about time for Attack on Titan to close the book on what's been a legendary run with its grand finale. Honestly, the ending itself has been pretty contentious if we're going to take a look at manga readers' reactions, but I think that it's the journey that counts. It's been a long ride and a pleasure riding the AOT train with you all, and while I feel sad to say goodbye to a masterpiece of a series, I am holding on to hopes that the anime team will cap everything off in a finale that we won't ever forget. AOT has left a landmark in the anime industry for the past decade, and the world just can't wait to see how it will finish this final stretch.
Honestly, Attack on Titan would probably do better if it's just a if it's like a 3-part movie. Like part 2 is all the so part 1 is the survey corps and then them like clearing out the outer wall, and then part 2 is the whole Historia stuff, and then part 3 is the whole final, like the time skip to the final season. That would be a fire movie. Fire, like trio of movies. They need to honestly they need to do that just for someone who got to catch up. So perfect. Blue Lock. I'm probably not gonna care about Blue Lock. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even remember that on the list that just happened. And Kaguya-sama. Don't care about that either. But the rest of these, bro, I'm be in them guts as soon as it comes out. Maybe not Rising the Shield Hero because I haven't even seen season 1. But I'm in the rest of them's guts as soon as it comes out. Now I'm gonna open this PS5. I hope y'all enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.